We had a lot of problems with ActBlue, and most all of that was all refunded.
No,
That doesn't.
ridiculous.
You've never had a day where you maybe donated 53 times?
No,
Okay.
not anything even remotely close to
Wow.
that.
Okay, so some of these, did you approve them all?
No,
No. They think you won't notice it. Yeah, but she didn't donate to them. They just get the information from your credit card and pass it to the next person. And that's once you sign up with ActBlue, that's their tactic.
Continuing our series of investigations into ActBlue, OMG found ourselves in Texas speaking with elderly citizens Barbara Staples, Gerda Henderson, and Gerda's husband, Mr. Henderson. Furthering the theory of elderly citizens being victimized, Barbara and Gerda state there is no way they made these donations to ActBlue when presented with Federal Election Commission or FEC data. As for Barbara Staples, between the year 2020 and 2022, we at OMG found over 1,600 transactions amounting to a grand total of $13,000. The most shocking finding was a total of 53 different transactions in one day. That's ridiculous, Barbara exclaims.
Are you Barbara Staples? Oh, hi. It indicates you contributed, first of all, let me give you the big picture. And it's 2020, 2022, 1,600 transactions, about $13,000.
Yeah, like November 2nd, it says that the number of transactions, like donation transactions that day was 53 in one day. Does that?
No,
That doesn't.
ridiculous.
You've never had a day where you maybe donated 53 times?
No.
Okay.
May 13th, 2020, 5 times, 14th, 5 times, 16th, maybe 7
Yeah,
times.
There's no way I made all those.
Shockingly, Barbara Staples even stated she had never donated to ActBlue at all.
Have you donated ever to ActBlue?
No.
Never.
Or you never have. Any,
Never. Not. Wow.
how about Biden for, it's Biden for P, that could be Pennsylvania. Any Biden that you'd set up?
No.
Again, you never set up anything to the best of your memory. I think so.
Not anything even remotely close to
Wow.
that. No, so I would never.
Okay.
That many times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
Across town, Gerda Henderson and her husband were shown to have donated around $33,000 according to FEC data. Mrs. Henderson and her husband told us they've had ongoing problems with ActBlue, having lots of donations refunded that they never authorized or set up.
Yeah, I wanted to see if Gerda Henderson is available.
Yeah.
Is that you?
No, it's not last.
Hi, are you Miss Henderson?
I am.
Okay, hi. Probably over $33,000, 484 days, and totaling transactions in those days about 6,000.
We had a lot of problems with ActBlue, and most all of that was all refunded.
All of these were refunded. A lot of so I'll show
A
you.
lot of, if not all of it.
July 21, 22. It's all small dollar amounts. $11, $10, 6, 3. Does that look like?
They think you won't notice it. Yeah, but she didn't donate to them. They just get the information from your credit card and pass it to the next person or whatever. It's what it seemed like.
We stopped it all and canceled it all out,
Okay.
and it hasn't happened since because I had to shut down that card.
Is it something you had approved for them to take
Initially,
recurring?
I gave $3 or $5 or something, but not everyone was okayed by me.
Well, like you see there where 20 of them in one single day will hit. You know, maybe she only donated to one of them.
Okay, so some of these, did you approve them all?
No.
Gerda and her husband equated the ActBlue situation to a scam.
Well, we've heard on news from time to time where they were investigating this kind of stuff going on, and how people think they was making one donation and sometime or they hit the wrong button or something and they just run wild with the card.
So do you think they almost did it deliberately, manipulated something in the
seems
fine
like
print?
Well, it did. Yeah,
I mean,
it seemed like it.
'Cause there was no indication again in that.
No, not at the time,
Unless once you sign up with ActBlue, that's their tactic.
We reached out to the Montgomery Sheriff's Office, and their response was, quote, It appears that both donors made voluntary donations through ActBlue. One was reimbursed when some of the charges were contested, and the other cannot recall if only some or if all donations were authorized. Current Revolt highlighted OMG's investigation with additional information pertaining to the Texas Attorney General's office. Quote, sources have told us that the Texas Office of the Attorney General has been sitting on an investigation into ActBlue since January of this year, but the case has been stalled by First Assistant Brent Webster. So why would the Texas Attorney General's office sit on a case of money laundering, identity theft, and fraud that exceeds a grand total of hundreds of millions of dollars? Well, according to Current Revolt's latest article on ActBlue, they state, quote, our sources told us the Attorney General Ken Paxton isn't fully aware of the investigation, as Webster has been withholding information and updates. ActBlue has hired Paul Singer to represent them in Texas, who is recently the deputy in charge of civil litigation at the Office of Attorney General and a friend of Brent Webster. We've been told Webster is withholding this information from Attorney General Paxton to seek favor with the firm Singer works for as a sort of insurance policy for his next job when he leaves the Texas Office of the Attorney General, unquote. We have evidence that ActBlue's structured money laundering scheme in Texas is still happening in 24. We cannot confirm the amount of donations that are fraudulent, which is why we need you citizens in Texas, to go on the ground, knock on doors, and help us continue our investigation into ActBlue. Stay tuned.